and welcome to the town board meeting for Tuesday, April 10th, 2018. Please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We begin with announcements.
Why? Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No?
Yes.
Roll call?
Roll call.
Roll call. Okay.
Councilmember Dettori.
Present.
Councilmember Shaw.
Present.
Councilmember Wilshire.
Present.
And Supervisor Levenberg.
Here.
Now we'll go to announcements.
All right. So to begin, I shared this announcement via a web blast yesterday, but I wanted to bring it to everyone's attention once again because it is a timely announcement. I learned from one of my fellow supervisors that folks with Cablevision Optimum who lost service during the recent storms may be eligible for a bill credit, depending on how long your service was out. Time periods lasting more than 4 hours would qualify. You need to contact Cablevision in order to be verified for this credit. Call them at 718-860-3513 or live chat with them through the town website. I'm not exactly sure how that works. The Optimum website. I thought that might not have been exactly the right information. Okay, through the Optimum website. You will need to provide your home address and the dates that you were without service, even though they likely have this information, but you will not be issued a credit without asking for it and providing the proper information about your outage. The sooner you can make contact on this, the better chance you will have of receiving the credit that you are due. Yesterday, Neighbors Link opened their doors in Ossining at 2325 Spring Street, and we are so very pleased to have them here. They are a great resource with our community, and they've already done a tremendous amount of work here, offering many programs which were housed either at Park School or at St. Anne's. It's great that they have their own space, and we look forward to many additional programs that they are planning to offer over the coming years. Congratulations to all who worked so hard to make this day possible. Earlier today, I had the pleasure of joining Congresswoman Nita Lowey, along with Village of Ossining Mayor Victoria Garrity and Ossining Children's Center Director Howard Milbert, as well as other folks from child care providers and councils around the area to announce a big boost in funding for child care in the U.S. And in particular, I believe it's $107 million additional dollars coming to New York State. We are hopeful that this will help provide parents with quality child care opportunities, which makes it easier for everyone in our community to be successful. This Thursday, April 12th, Rock for a Cause with the Mike Risco Band at Maya Riviera on North State Road beginning at 7 p.m. All proceeds from the show will go to benefit the Ossining High School PTSA. Make a dinner reservation or just come enjoy the live music. On Friday, April 13th, between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m., the Office of Attorney General Eric Schneiderman, along with the City of White Plains Department of Public Safety and Westchester County, will host a community gun buyback amnesty program at Mount Hope AME Zion Church at 65 Lake Street in White Plains. Payment for unloaded weapons will be made on site via debit card, no questions asked. For more information, call the Attorney General's office at 212-416-6044 or look at the Town of Ossining homepage for more specific information from the Attorney General's office about this announcement. If you're ready to get a jump on some spring cleaning, the Westchester County Mobile Shredder will be visiting Ossining next Saturday, April 14th, or this Saturday. Bring up to 4 file-sized boxes of paper, no paper clips, binder clips, bindings, please, or staples, to the Joseph Caputo Community Center between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Again, that's this Saturday, April 14th. They will take your papers and shred them right before your eyes. Remember, this is for residential shredding only, no businesses. And if you want to plan ahead, May 5th is the Ossining Community-Wide Tag Sale through Green Ossining. Sign up now to secure your spot on the map. This Saturday, April 14th, consider visiting the Ossining Public Library for Demystifying Medicare, a presentation by Westchester Seniors Out Speaking, or WSOS. If you are nearing 65 or have a close friend or family member who is struggling with all of the rules and regulations, this presentation will help you learn the terminology and the deadlines you'll need to know to make a successful transition to Medicare. Pre-registration is suggested. Please call 914-231-3236. The presentation starts at 9:30 a.m. in the second floor conference room. All are welcome. Just across town, the Austin Historical Society at 196 Croton Avenue will be holding a Memories Collage workshop between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Bring your own glue stick and scissors, along with trinkets, lace buttons, or a photocopy of an important photo or document. Make sure to leave the original at home as it will be glued down, unless you don't care. Please bring it. Visit the OHSM for some guidance on how to make your unique art piece for just $10 per person. This Saturday and Sunday, the theater space at Westchester Collaborative Theater on Water Street will be hosting the second and final weekend of performances of Dry Powder, a dark comedy by Sarah Burgess and directed by Ed Friedman. Check out the 2 p.m. or 8 p.m. performances on Saturday the 14th or the 3 p.m. matinee on Sunday the 15th. I actually saw Dry Powder this past weekend and I cannot recommend it highly enough. Get your tickets at brownpapertickets.com. You can also listen to the cool vocal jazz stylings of Alexis Cole at the Elks Lodge, 118 Croton Avenue on Saturday night, beginning at 7:30 p.m. Alexis has been compared to the classical jazz artists of the 1920s and has performed on stages nationwide. I can personally vouch for her talent and vocal finesse. There is a small cover charge at the door, but you are in for a full night of entertainment as part of the second Saturday Jazz Series. On Tuesday, April 17th, Exploring the Serious Side of Food, a reading and discussion group begins at the Austin Public Library with Session 1, which will explore the infamous expose The Jungle by Upton Sinclair, with special guest speaker Phil Haynes, livestock ranger at Stone Barn Center. This 4-part series will continue on April 24th, May 8th, and May 15th, and will cover Diet Cults by Matt Fitzgerald, In Defense of Food by Michael Pollan, and The Third Plate by Dan Barber. Each session will begin at 10:30 a.m., and pre-registration is required. Email Linda Levine at levine@wlsmail.org as soon as possible to reserve your spot. And once you finish reading all of those books, you'll regret that you did not attend the vegan pop-up this past weekend, which was a huge success in the Village of Austin at First Village Coffee. And thanks to Peaceful Provisions for coming up with the idea, and we're hoping for more pop-ups soon to come. On Saturday, April 21st, we will be joining with the Village of Austin to celebrate Austin's 8th annual Earth Day at Lewis Engel Park. Organized by Green Austin and led by the sustainable superstar Susie Ross, the event begins at 10 a.m. and goes until 5 p.m. This is longer than it has in the past because we always get such a great attendance, and we're hoping for some great weather. There will be plenty to do to keep you occupied and fed. This year's theme is Our Sustainable Community, and you will have a chance to check out artisanal vendors, local food, including vegan and vegetarian fare, educational opportunities, and eco demonstrations and activities. Austin's event has been arguably the best attended in Westchester for the past several years, so mark your calendar now for a beautiful day down at the waterfront with several thousand of your friends and neighbors. Students at AMD recently submitted their posters for Earth Day to a friendly poster contest, and winners will be announced on Earth Day at the waterfront. Finally, it's official. Austin's annual Stash the Trash event will take place on Saturday, May 5th this year. There are multiple events scheduled for that day as part of I Love My Park Day, including cleaning up the waterfront and the Old Croton Aqueduct and the community-wide tag sale that I mentioned. So you can get all of your things cleaning related out of the way on that one day. Be sure to keep your calendar clear. Mother Earth will thank you. And are there any other announcements from my colleagues?
I have one.
Okay.
I wanted to welcome our new Superintendent of Recreation and Parks, Bill Garrison. He started last week and he met with the Recreation Advisory Board yesterday, so I wanted to welcome him to Austin.
And we are very, very happy to have him, and I spoke with him just today to talk to him about this very subject of the Stash the Trash event. So we're happy that we were able to set a date, and we look forward to partnering with him on many wonderful events and activities. And the recreation spring is up and available, and I don't know what Maddie is saying, so say it.
He'll be here with us next week.
And he will be meeting with us actually this week, and he will be here at the meeting next week also. So we're looking forward to welcoming him then. Are there any liaison reports? I'll count that as liaison
Yep.
report also. It's kind of double. Sure.
IFCA held its 50th anniversary awards luncheon. We even presented an award to our town clerk, Mary Ann Roberts, for her service to the community. It was very well received. The county executive made a surprise stop and visit and made some comments. And IFCA will continue to host events throughout its 50th anniversary year for the community. Thank you.
And one of the award recipients did mention to me what a terrific job that Karen Dottori, who's their executive director, is doing. She happens to be on our town council, which we're very proud of, and how she has transformed the organization. I know that she's doing fantastic work and continuing to work so hard for safe, affordable housing in our community and beyond. So thank you for that, Councilwoman Dottori. And we're going to have more for you soon, very soon, about our own town clerk, Marianne Roberts, but not yet. Very, very soon, though.
Move on to departmental reports, of which is
Oh, I think right now, we actually, Marianne, you are going to be giving out your report tonight, and following that, I don't want you to step too far away from the microphone after you share your departmental report with us.
I'd like to begin my report by thanking the town board, especially Town Supervisor Levenberg, council members Dottori, Shaw, and Wilshire for attending the 50th anniversary. It was very heartwarming to see everybody there. It was a wonderful Saturday afternoon, and the weather was good, but we did enjoy it. I guess I'll just give a brief overview of what the town clerk does. The office of the town clerk has a variety of functions, which includes the attendance of all regular and special legislative meetings for both the town and the village, because as many of you know, I'm also the village clerk. So I'm out one night every week, whether it's a Tuesday or a Wednesday, but I'm out. We take the minutes at these meetings, include the certifications of all the adopted and indexing of the minutes. We also process local laws, which we start with the notification of the public hearing, have the public hearing, and then the following meeting we usually have the adoption of that local law, in which it is then sent the following day to Albany to be filed. Once we get it back from Albany stating that they have filed it, we send it up to general codes, and it's included in our code book. We also process the marriage licenses, and I don't know, Cupid must have hit later than February 14th this year, because around March, everybody kept coming in to get a marriage license. Some of them had their ceremonies performed here by either Supervisor Levenberg or myself, or that, but there's been an influx of weddings. We also have the public hearings on various cabaret licenses. Again, this is something that's unique to the town. Village does not have a public hearing for their cabarets. They do adopt the cabaret, but we go through the process of having it advertised for a public hearing, have the public hearing, and then most times issue the license, usually not at that meeting, but the following meeting. Sometimes we do have to delay these public hearings until we get all the answers to many of the questions from residents and neighborhoods. We are also, at this time of the year, we're very busy. I'll take a line from one of my deputies that is now retired. I put my village hat on because we are now processing for the fire department. They get their reduction in their taxes, and we have to provide that to our assessor by the 1st of May so that it can be put into the tax rolls. So we're processing that now and getting to know a lot of firemen that we haven't seen since last year. We also process bond resolutions. Again, this is for both village and town. When either village or the town wants to borrow money, we have to take it to a board meeting and go through pages and pages of paperwork, at which time then once the board has adopted it, send it back to bond council, have it advertised. And so those are a lot of the things that we do. We issue commuter parking tags, and we've got the dog licenses, which is a town, but it covers both town and village, but it comes under the town's auspices. So there's a variety of things we do. I know there's a whole lot of things that I didn't include, but anybody have any questions?
I'm just going to add that you are our record keeper supreme, and that you also process a lot of FOIL requests, and that could come from anything from looking for property records to pretty much anything that anybody wants to know that might have been on the record.
And it's interesting you say that, because town doesn't have many FOIL requests. I believe up to this point this year, you've only had about 32. The village, on the other hand, I've had to start another loose leaf binder because we're over 300. We have a lot of very curious residents, realtors, etc. in our community.
We would continue to just request a breakdown of some of those facts and figures, so we can see the town and village and how that might take your time and how the time breaks down. We're curious about that, so we'd love to get that information at some point.
Okay.
All right.
Anybody else have any questions? Thank you for the great job you do.
Okay, and
Thank you.
while you're there, Madam Clerk, as you mentioned, this weekend, many of us had the pleasure of joining with IFCA to recognize you for your many, many contributions to our community, and to IFCA in particular, as you received IFCA's Susan Rooster Eisenman Award for your steadfast advocacy and commitment to the people of the greater Ossining community. Marlene Cheatham spoke of you as a superwoman, or was it Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman.
Okay, it was Wonder Woman. Well, it was pretty super. Either way, as a woman, you were the first to serve as mayor of the village of Ossining, first woman to serve. Among the many accomplishments Marlene touted, keeping her calm and keeping her from stepping off the village board were some notable ones she highlighted. You always offer a fresh perspective on any situation, and you certainly have had to keep calm in many situations yourself. So thank you again for your above and beyond commitment to Ossining, and congratulations on receiving this recognition. And if my board colleagues would accompany me over to our clerk, we would love to present you with this proclamation honoring you for all that you've done for us. Bring this over. Have a little photo op. Come on over. You want to take a picture? You got a picture? Okay. All right. We're going to aim this direction. So thank you so much for all that you've done for the Ossining community, and congratulations on receiving your well-deserved award from IFCA, and for, I think, over 10 years of work on their board, and many years. Okay, well, I don't know. It said something about 2007. So
Well, no, see, I came on in, I think it was 90, I want to say 95.
I think you served from 95 to 2000, and then from 2007 to now. But I have a feeling there were more terms in there too. But that's the best I could figure out.
So that's fine.
and you've done so much work for other organizations as well, and you've been on many other boards, including the town board, including the village board rather, and I know that you're serving currently on, and also the Historical Society, the work you've done for Ossining Historical Society Museum, and you want to, and the fire, the departments are your very close friends, I know. Not just because you help them with their exemptions. I'm sure there's other reasons. You know, I know your husband also was very big part of our community. So thank you again for all that you've done for Ossining and all that you continue to do for Ossining every single day.
Why, thank you. It's been my pleasure to serve this community, and I look forward to serving it for some time to come.
Okay, we accept. All right, thanks so much, Mary.
Thank you.
Oh, we need to face, we need to turn this way. Oh, here, hold this. Okay, there.
Thank you. Good to meet you. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna give this lovely microphone back. That was all the fun stuff, and now we can get to the business at hand.
Okay, do we have any public comments on any of the agenda items? Not seeing any. I will move on to the resolutions. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossing hereby approves the March 27, 2018 minutes of the regular meeting as presented.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Resolved the town board of the town of Ossing hereby approves the April 3rd, 2018 minutes of the special meeting as presented.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Resolved the town board hereby approves the voucher detail report dated April 10th, 2018 in the amount of $326,519.35.
Do I have a motion? Second. So this week we have our April 2018 IMA with the Village of Ossining, as well as our second of 6 payments to OVAC for ambulance services to the Mid-Hudson Ambulance District, as well as our town county tax bills for all town-owned property. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Whereas Governor Pataki signed the Workplace Violence Prevention Act into law on June 7, 2006, which requires all state and local governments in New York State to conduct a risk assessment of their work sites and to identify and address any existing risk factors that may increase the likelihood of workplace violence. And whereas the Act also requires annual training for all employees and boards, as well as the annual readoption of the Injury and Illness Prevention Program for workplace violence, which was first adopted in 2007. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby readopts this program for calendar year 2018 and hereby commits to working to maintain a safe and healthy environment for all town employees.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed?
Resolved the town board of the town of Ossining hereby calls for a public hearing to be held on Tuesday, April 24th, 2018 at 7:30 p.m. at the Birdsall Fagan Police Court Facility, 8688 Spring Street, Austin, New York, 10562, in the matter of the 2018 cabaret license for the Briarcliff Manor Restaurant and Catering Corporation, located at 25 Studio Hill Road, Briarcliff Manor, New York.
Do I have a motion?
Moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Whereas the town board of the town of Ossining declared by resolution on February 27th, 2018, the below items surplus and authorized them to be posted on Auctions International. And whereas the auctions have closed and the town board is in receipt of the high bids for each item. Now therefore be resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining does hereby accept these high bids and permit the sale of these items to the highest bidder.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
So we are so excited to have this resolution come up tonight. Once the board approves the high bids, we can contact the good folks at Auctions International and let them know the winners can come pick up their treasures as long as they have presented us with a check for that amount that they bid. We did better than expected on several items, and we are looking forward to clearing up some extra space at our highway yard and in our parks. So, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Wonderful.
Resolved the town board of the town of Ossining hereby authorizes the supervisor to sign an agreement with Sustainable Westchester for the purpose of identifying and qualifying auto dealers and manufacturers interested in EV discounts for municipal fleets and in co-marketing programs and aggregation discounts for municipal, institutional, and private citizen purchases of plug-in electrical passenger vehicles, plug-in hybrid electric vehicles charging systems, electric landscaping equipment, and such other related alternative fuel equipment and services that advance participants' sustainability goals and facilitate the deployment of AF equipment within Westchester County.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
Okay, so you may remember that the board discussed this several months ago as a way to secure potentially better pricing on alternative fuel or AF vehicles and equipment. After some significant back and forth between our council and Council for Sustainable Westchester, we've landed on a version of the agreement that works for us, as well as for other many of the other participating municipalities. Thank you so much to our council, Christy Tomadonna, for her hard work to get this ready for us. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you.
Whereas the town board of the town of Ossining appointed Fern Quezada to the position of part-time office assistant automated systems for the town highway department in December of 2017, and whereas correspondence with the Westchester County Department of Civil Service has since suggested that a different title would be more appropriate. Therefore, be it resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby converts the appointment of Fern Quezada to the title of part-time immediate clerk in the town highway department.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Resolved, the town board of the town of Ossining hereby authorizes the retention of risk management associated of Fort Montgomery, New York, for the purpose of performing mandatory health and safety training for the town of Ossining at a price not to exceed $4,100 for training conducted on April 11th, 2018.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
So this is in relation to the resolution that we passed earlier. Tomorrow morning, Lisa Hanson from RMA will be conducting an extensive training for our Highway and Parks staff on PESH mandated annual material such as hearing protection, fire extinguisher safety, and personal protective equipment. Lisa started with us last year and really got us into shape. Lots of thanks to Linda McMahon from the Village of Ossining for the recommendation. As the board may notice, we are also getting a significant discount for being clients in good standing, which makes us even more excited to work with Lisa and her team to keep all of our staff safe at work. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? And thank you to Madeline Zahach for all of her coordination of our safety training and everything else required by the state in terms of our sexual harassment training and all of our other many mandates that we need to make sure that we are all in the know about. It's good work and we're very appreciative. Thank you.
We have no correspondence to be received and filed. However, we do have monthly reports. Resolved, the town board of the town of Ossining hereby accepts the following monthly reports for the month of March 2018. Town clerk's office, GE helicopter report, town supervisor's office, town building department, town tax receiver's office, and Dale Cemetery.
Do you have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? And thank you all to our various department heads for getting us those reports in a timely fashion.
That brings us to visitor recognition. Is there anyone here who's come to address the board?
On any topic whatsoever. Okay. Okay. Well, just please introduce yourself and
I was
name
in
and
the
address.
village meeting tonight.
Oh.
But my purpose for coming
Could
to
you
the-
just introduce yourself, name and
yes.
address?
My name is Jerry Smith, Spring Valley Road, Ossining, New York. Gotta bear with me a little bit. But I was intended to come to a village board meeting because I was under the impression it was on the second Tuesday of every month. But my purpose for coming is the same as it would be if I came to the town board. Is I have an interest in trying to get people who make social commitments to municipalities to be recognized and to be recognized in a permanent way. And my question to the village is going to be, are you willing to name a park designate a park as a memorial site for recognizing people who commit moral and social contribution to the betterment of the village and the town. That's going to be my flight with the village, and I'm hoping that the town would in some way look at this, because when I look at the meeting, I see no one. Nobody's coming to the meeting because we've all lost the value of being there. That's one thing that Bobby Williams brought to the village and to the town. Not only to the village and the town, I got reports from the county and the state meeting that he was attending.
And the school district.
And school, every meeting he was there. And his contributions to us have been keeping us informed and helping the village stay on track and the town stay on track, what you can and what you can't do. So it's important to me that younger kids learn about people like Bobby Williams, and they can't learn it if we do a proclamation for one day and it's over, or if we give them a recognition and or a bench or something, and 5 years down the line that bench is gone. Mary Ann Roberts, I've been knowing for 50 years, and she put up with a lot of stuff from me over the years because I've always been aggressive when I was the NAACP president. But she's always been a good lady. She's always did the right thing. And people like that need to be recognized as well. So while we are growing, and I don't know how long most of you been, I know that some of you been here a long while, but I've been here over 50 years. And I've seen how much the village and the town have grown and the moral perspective. So I'm hoping that the town would consider, without me or anybody else having to go before the board, creating a memorial park where we can place something that anybody come through in the next generation and say, what did that person do? Who is that? What is that about? And that would create an interest in learning so that we don't lose how we got from where we were 50 years ago to now. So I know I didn't come to address the board with that, but I'm hoping to see something in the way of recognition for anybody that contribute to the social and to the moral and social well-being town of Ossining. Thank you for listening.
It's a very nice thought, and thank you so much for sharing it.
Jerry, the village board meets on Wednesdays now. Tomorrow night will be a work session, but next Wednesday they'll have their formal legislative meeting right here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Gary, before you sit down, you doing well now or better?
They giving me 4 to 5 months of rehab. I don't have the strength that I need. I'm not doing any physical work or anything like that. But having a heart taken out and put back in gives you a perspective that life has a finality. And if you're going to do something, you have to do it today. And this is why I came back out before I got well, try to make sure I can have an impact on whether or not we look at more contribution like we do with people who make financial contribution, or people who have to have a tragedy to get these parks and places named after. Because I think that when you talk about what makes a village grow, money don't make a village grow. It's the acceptance of everybody and the right to believe that everybody should contribute. And if you contribute, we're going to recognize you. So I think that's what I need to do.
I'm glad you're doing it.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
Thank you.
I mean, I was just gonna say, we're very appreciative of all of the contributions that you've made. I know that you worked a great deal with CAP, correct? For many, many years, and they offered many wonderful programs to our community. And as you mentioned, you headed up the NAACP for many years, and we know you've made many contributions to our community, and we appreciate that. And thank you for the idea. And I think that it's certainly worth discussing, maybe even forming a committee to come up with some recommendations as to how we might be able to do just what you suggested.
I appreciate that. I'd be remiss if I didn't make this point. we are currently trying to revamp the Ossining branch of the NAACP because we have a letdown for so long. On the 12th of this month, we're having a reorganization meeting, and we're trying to get people down. They'll contribute, give us ideas, and to work with these young people in revamping the branch. So if anybody here would like to attend, it will be at the Ossining Library at 7:30, and hopefully we can create another branch that we can be proud of.
And so that's this Thursday, April 12th, 7:30 p.m. at the Ossining Library.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. At 7 o'clock, sorry, 7 o'clock. Okay, thank you. Okay,
Is there anyone else who's come to address the board?
all right.
Not seeing anyone. Might we have a motion for an adjournment for executive session on the advice of counsel and real estate?
Motion.
So moved.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? So we will see everybody next Tuesday evening at 16 Croton Avenue for our regularly scheduled work session. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks so much for coming tonight.